Welcome to Will It Build, the series where I take your builds from my YouTube comments and Discord server and put them to the test to see if they are the real deal. If it's solid, then I'll gift you 1,000 silver, and if it's really something special, you'll be featured in a dedicated build video for your submitted build. So comment yours below so we can answer the question, will it build? But real quick, let's talk about a setup upgrade that you deserve. When I was a console gamer, I thought PCs were just a fad, but after 10 years of gaming on one, I have never looked back. With a PC, you just get way more storage space, significantly higher frame rates, and much better performance. So why not treat yourself to a Starforge system, the best PCs in the universe, built at premium quality and with a full 2-year warranty. Head to my link in the description to go buy yours now so you can thank yourself later. It is time for Will It Build episode 8. Today, we've got a Titan one. I know people typically don't go for the Titans, but you know, I'm kind of excited for this one. And 99% of the reason is because of the name, the Traveler's Jalapeno. It's green and it's hot. And it's coming for those unstoppables. String them up and leak their guts with Strand and a sprinkle of Kepri's Horn. So exotic, we got Kepri's Horn. All of y'all are probably going to have to pull one of those out of the vault. Obviously one of the prettiest looking exotics in the entire game. So I think the idea of this is that we're going to be continuously spamming our barricades, which will not only suspend targets because they have us set up with the Dranger's Lash aspect right here. And we're also going to set out a blast of solar energy that scorches targets. I'm assuming the reason they recommended solar weapons is because thematically they're hot like jalapenos. So, you know, I get, technically speaking, you don't have to use solar weapons when you're using this build, but then it wouldn't be as jalapeno-y. So, you know, class ability, your choice. I use Rally personally, which I think does make sense because it has a much lower base cooldown than the Towering Barricade, which means we'll be able to use it more often to get more procs out of Dranger's Lash. For grenade, they recommend the Shackle Grenade. Seems like a suspend-centric build. I like that plenty. Aspects, Dranger's Lash, and any other of your choice. Personally, I use Into the Fray. I'll hang on to Into the Fray for now, but I'm imagining that I'm going to end up switching to Banner of War because Banner of War is just, even if you're not building around it, even if you're not using swords, it is so absurdly good just for the melee damage buff and the super damage buff that it provides and the pulse of healing and everything that it gives. For fragments, we have the Thread of Mind, which makes perfect sense to me because we're going to be suspending a bunch of targets, grants class ability energy, so we can continue doing that. Thread of Warding, picking up Orb of Power, grants Woven Mail. Love Woven Mail for the damage resistance. Thread of Regeneration, dealing damage, grants grenade energy. I think they meant Thread of Generation. And Thread of Continuity, so that suspend, unravel, and sever effects are extended. I'm going to be 100% honest. I really dislike having yellow armor charge mods while I also have blue armor charge mods, because the problem that happens is that you really don't get much use out of your blue armor charge mods because you're basically punished for using your abilities, which obviously consume all of your armor charge stacks. I'm going to give it a go for the first run, but I would imagine that I would like swapping these out for some other mod options. I'll let y'all know what I end up going in terms of that route once we get into it. I've got the Amit and the Apex Predator for my solar weapons as well as Witherhoard. Let's take it into a Legend Lost sector and see how it goes. And if you're wondering, hey, why is he doing the same Legend Lost sector from yesterday's video? Why is he wearing the same hoodie from last video? Why does he look the exact same as last video? I am recording 2 of these in one day because I am moving this weekend. By the time you're watching this, I will probably already have moved and been settled in. So, but yeah. That's why. Alrighty, so getting started. I want to try and get an Orb of Power right off the bat so that we can get our Solar Surge. Scoop that bad boy up. I'm also realizing I don't have a ton of ways to make Orbs of Power because I don't have Reaper. I don't have any gloves mod that allows me to make orbs with melee kills or grenade kills. Yeah, Solar Siphon is about it, which could get in the way of our ability to continuously have stacks of armor charge for our kickstarts and our surges. So that might be something I look at in iteration 2 of this bad boy. So as you can see there, the barricade not only suspended the knight, but it also did a little burst of solar energy to deal a little bit of damage to the knight. All right, now let's chuck our little, that guy down there. And then we can stick him with Witherhoard, and then we can throw out our barricade again to string him up another time. Get some suspension on him too, so that he Doesn't get to put his shield up, and then he gets absolutely cooked. And you'll see I already have my class ability back as well, thanks to the Thread of Mind, where I'm getting energy back whenever I kill suspended targets, which is really nice for continuously being able to throw Dranger's Lash with my class ability, with my Barricade. And generally speaking, Rally Barricade has a pretty low cooldown as well, so that feels solid. And I'd imagine the utility kickstart is helping a little bit. Keep in mind that the kickstart mods, even if you don't have any stacks of armor charge, they still refund a minimal amount of energy. So no complaints there. Now here, I do have my suspension grenade back, and apparently I missed him. That's okay. Panic super. Oh. I don't really know what happened there. I know everyone was complaining about the Titan Super back in the day when it was first announced, because it was just like another different colored punching mode. But I absolutely love the Strand Titan Super. And to me, it just feels a lot more potent than a lot of the other supers. During this run, a couple of things I'm noticing. I feel like Into the Fray is giving me practically nothing of value, and I would love Banner of War much more in this situation. I feel like it would give me a little bit more potency at close range, because whilst you do have to get a melee kill to activate the Banner of War, or a finisher kill, or a super kill, any weapon kill will extend the duration and get it stacked up. So even though I'm not necessarily building into Banner of War, I feel like it's still going to provide plenty of utility to me, plenty of damage buffs, all that good stuff. So I think I am going to try Banner of War in the next run. And then I definitely want to look into getting some of these mods switched up a little bit. I also want to try and make use of my Barricade a little bit more. I feel like I'm not using it as much as I could be. Because of course we're killing suspended targets. We basically get it back almost instantly. Like I already have it back right now. So I definitely need to do a better job using that Barricade a little more often. All right, let's get that guy suspended. Man, they really stay suspended for a very long time. And I already have my Barricade back, which is awesome, because then I can throw down another one, suspend that knight. There's a barrier knight too, so he's not going to be able to put his shield up until he gets unsuspended, which gives me a little bit of time to kind of hide a little bit. When he's suspended, it obviously props him up in the air a touch. So it makes him much easier to hit. I can get the finisher on him right there, just like that. Oh, I'm cutting it close. Oh, I'm cutting it close.
What?
He teleported. But it's okay. It worked out. Don't kill me. I win. Okay, let's change things up a little bit. So first things first, like I said, Into the Fray. I think it just makes way more sense to have Banner of War right here. It is, I mean, it is such an unbelievably good aspect. I love having the solar weapon surge, and I want to lean a little bit more into that. In doing so, I want to get rid of any of my armor charge mods that will immediately consume all of my armor charges on ability activation, because I don't want to lose all those stacks that are going towards my solar weapon surge. So I'm going to swap this grenade kickstart for heavy-handed so that my powered melees can generate orbs. So now not only can I use my grenade freely without ridding myself of all of my solar weapon surge stacks, but now I have a second way to generate orbs of power in addition to my solar siphon. Similarly, we're going to drop the utility kickstart for Reaper so that, again, we can use our class ability without worrying about consuming all of our armor charge stacks. And we now have a third way to generate orbs to continue to grab more armor charge stacks to fuel the solar weapon surge. The only other thing I would change here is I would probably swap the powerful attraction for a time dilation so that our solar weapon surge stacks last a little bit longer. And I would maybe even bounce recuperation and innervation here for a second solar weapon surge, so I get 17% bonus weapon damage instead of 10. I feel like I don't really need the innervation too much because of my impact induction and how much more often I'll be proccing it to get heavy-handed orb of power kills, which will proc impact induction at the same time. And I feel like I don't need recuperation all that much since we are, of course, running Banner of War now, which will provide us a solid amount of healing. So just for y'all to take a screenshot if you want to, here's the new mod layout, and here is our new subclass layout. In terms of stats, just really prioritizing resilience and discipline. That's about it. Let's give it another run. See if we can get it in under like 3 or 4 minutes. So right off the bat, let's kill a couple dudes. Cut that guy up, get Banner of War. Nice. And then if we kill all the suspended enemies, Proc Threat of Mind. Boom, we have our barricade back already, which not only is awesome because we can suspend more enemies and, you know, do that positive feedback loop to continue proccing Threat of Mind, but we can also proc Reaper again to get another orb. If you look at my armor charge stacks, like I'm pretty much firing on all cylinders in terms of those. So down here, we got our friend. Let's go ahead and introduce him to a rocket. And then right when he gets out, hit him with a barricade. You're not going anywhere, buddy. Give him a little punch to the face. And that's that. And boom. See, that's why I love having the double solar weapon surge right there, is because previously, if you remember, one rocket was not enough to kill that Shrieker. That extra damage boost from the second copy of the mod allows us to one-shot the Shrieker with that rocket right there. And now that I'm in combat here, I feel like I am really lacking on melee ability energy. I don't really have a whole lot to fund melee energy. Things I might consider doing is I might consider looking for a weapon that grants melee energy on kills. I believe Pugilist, Pugilist, I think that's the name of it. The other thing I might consider is looking into Monte Carlo. Either one of those have you know, a little bit higher melee uptime, I think would feel really nice. And got a finishable, boom. That also will start our Banner of War. Remember, finishers start Banner of War, which is great. You don't necessarily always have to have a melee available to start the Banner of War. Finishers will take care of that for you as well. And let's, we have Banner of War out, so let's, a nice little chunk of damage right there. Nope, you get back up there. And boom. Yeah, we are absolutely frying now. It's like, I feel like I have a lot more offensive capabilities. I feel like I'm allowed to play a lot more close. I feel like my abilities are up a little bit more often. I feel like we're firing on all cylinders now. And I kind of like trying to get them weak and doing the finisher to them while they are suspended. Because if you feel like your suspension duration is about to expire, if you go ahead and do the finisher on them, it'll keep them up there. Which is important because it'll then count as a suspended kill. Give you that Threat of Mind proc. So right out the gate, I want to make good use of this Banner of War super. And yeah, we basically one-shot him. Love that. Do have to clean up the job though. Take care of the barrier champions. String him up. Nope, you're not going anywhere. Bam, bam, he's dead. And we are all done. So, here we arrive at the final question. Will it build? Here's the thing. In lower end content, absolutely. I think Khepri's Horn is going to feel significantly better in lower end content, where the damage of the class ability cast is actually going to kill enemies and do a significant chunk of damage. But in higher end content like Legend Lost Sectors, Grandmaster Nightfalls, anything like that, the burst of the Khepri's Horn barricade is really just not doing all that much damage to be too noticeable. And I think you'd be much better off running a exotic that complements some of your other class identities, such as Abeyant Leap. You could maybe even go Syntheseps. That being said, it definitely will build in content where enemies are a little bit squishier, so I'm still calling this one a winner. And Skinwalker obviously will get that 1,000 silver. Definitely my favorite part of the build, the name. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed episode 8 of Will It Build. Make sure you like and subscribe if you want to see episode 9. And as always, have a great day.